Om. 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 Vishwambhara Vasudhani Pratishtha Hiranyaksha Jagato Niveshani Vaishvanaram Bibhrati Bhumiragnim Indrarashabha Dravine Dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste to all.
Thank you, Ji. So let's use this occasion to take a moment to feel thankful and proud of our 5,000 years of Khadi heritage. And I'm extremely delighted to introduce Rupsi Garg's sister, who is a renowned torchbearer of that centuries old tradition. Thank you, Vasudevji, for giving me this opportunity. Rupsi Garg is one of the few in India who understands the meaning of the word development truly and working on the field with clarity and conviction. A development that's holistic in nature and celebrates the interconnectedness of nature. In Sanskrit, there is the word Shraddha. We can say that she is the epitome of that word in every bit of her thought, deed, and action. After starting her professional chapter at the Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology in Hyderabad as a research fellow, she continued her academic pursuit in Asim Premji University by joining the Masters in Development Studies. And that's where she found herself drawn to Charaka and saw it as an act of meditation and creation simultaneously. Today, as Director of the Rural Development and Heritage Conservation at Kheti Virasat Mission in Punjab, she leads a seed to fabric movement, and that is actually a very effectively effective creating an effective impact on the ground. Over the years, she had developed a quiet conviction that true innovation in India would rise again from its villages, not in its laboratories, but in looms and living soil. So, in Punjabi culture, Strinjan was the evening circle of women, a collective of work, laughter, and counsel. In the process of industrialization, this culture was lost, and she discovered the truth that reviving the Trinjan would connect the dots seamlessly and bring back the laughter and joy in those rural scapes. Today, Trinjan has become a nucleus of rural regeneration, a place where learning, livelihood, and culture coexist. Thank you, G, for bringing hope for all of us. Rupsi Garg's sister is both a visionary and artisan, and that's the part I like in her the most. Because that's the only way forward for us to move towards the Hind Swaraj we all dream of. On behalf of Vivekananda Kendra's Vasudha, let's welcome Rupsi Garg's sister for this August gathering to share her experience and wisdom with us today. Welcome, Ji.
Namaskar to everybody, and thank you so much for inviting me to this talk. It's really a privilege. Very nice introduction. So, I belong to a village called Tepla in Patiala district, and I have been working with Kheti Virasat Mission for last 9 years. Can you please go to the next slide? Kheti Virasat Mission is an organization working in Punjab since 2005 for the promotion of organic farming. Because Punjab and Haryana were the centers selected for Green Revolution back in 1960s and 1970s when country was facing the food crisis. At that time, it used hybrid seeds, irrigation facilities, and heavy machinery. But after some time, its negative consequences were also clearly seen in terms of environmental health and people's health. So Umender Dutt ji founded Kheti Virasat Mission and started talking about poison free farming so that we can get poison free food, which is good for our health and environmental health. I was studying in Bangalore from 2016 to 2018 at Ajim Premji University and doing masters in development. At that time, I encountered this book called Gram Swaraj, Village Swaraj, written by Mahatma Gandhi. On one side, I was reading this book, so it was doing something to me internally when it talked about Indian villages, the karigari, the farmers, the artisans. And on the same time, I got the spinning wheel, the box charkha. One of my friends went to Navdanya for the charkha workshop, and she brought this box charkha. I was looking at her and I asked her, "What is it?" She said, "It's a box charkha used for spinning." Spinning means we make yarn from cotton. I asked her, "Can you teach me?" She said, "You will have to practice yourself." So I started spinning on that, and it took me about 15 to 20 days. And I started spinning because initially the yarn broke a lot. And while I was spinning it, so my thoughts, inner thoughts, got organized. And I started to feel that I should go back to Punjab. I have been living in South India. I was in Hyderabad for 5 years and then in Bangalore for 2 years. So I felt a connect for Punjab. Please go to the next slide. I called Umender ji. I got his number from the website. I called him up and I said, I want to do something for Punjab for its natural resources and for the organic farming. So he said, you can come. I came here for an internship in 2017. Umender ji sent me to different farmers who were doing organic farming. I met them, understood the work, and at that time there was a project on organic kitchen garden also, where women would cultivate organic vegetables in their front yard and backyard for their household consumption. I visited all that and I felt that I should come back to Kheti Virasat Mission after completing my post graduation. So I didn't take any campus placement. After completing in June 2018, I came here at KVM. And at that time, organic cotton cultivation was happening. Its spinning on the big charkha that you see in the picture was also happening, but fabric weaving was not happening. So we understood this from women, why this is so. Why don't you do spinning and weaving yourself now? So they told that earlier we had a lot of cotton in our area because our area is Jetto Mandi in Faridkot district. So it comes in the Malwa area. There are 4 regions of Punjab: Malwa, Majha, Doab, and Puad. So Malwa area was very famous for its cotton production. A lot of cotton was produced here. And in farms, cotton would grow, local people would process it by local machinery. So here in this picture, you can see the complete cotton value chain. Cotton is grown in the farms, then it is picked, cotton is cleaned.
Get.
Vishnu Shankar, you please mute yourself.
So,
All are
so,
requested to mute.
so,
Sorry, sister, please take up.
Yeah. So after that, ginning is happened. Ginning means separating the cotton seeds and cotton fiber. So in cotton, typically 2/3 are cotton seed and 1/3 is cotton fiber. That cotton fiber is processed through carding. Carding means opening the cotton fiber and removing any dust and trash from it. And then we make puni. Puni means the sliver. So this is the handmade sliver. Please go to the next slide. After sliver, the puni is spun on charkha, which is making the yarn. And after yarn, the weaving processes start. So dyeing is also performed, then warping, sizing, and actual weaving. So why Trinjan? Trinjan is a Punjabi word which means a collective of women, where women do all these artistic and creative activities. And in Punjab, it was never done for a commercial purpose. All these activities like embroidery, charkha spinning, khase weaving, dari weaving was performed to fulfill the household needs. And when a daughter would get married, these creative things would be given to her in her marriage. So it carried an emotional association also with the family, with the culture. Because the daughter will say, ये मेरी दादी ने बनाया है. This has been made by my grandma. So those memories, those emotions, those designs, those colors would be there, and people would keep it very carefully. So this was the entire Trinjan culture which vanished in last 20-30 years. And we tried to connect all these linkages where organic cotton is produced by organic farmers, which is non-BT, non-hybrid, non-GMO seeds. It is done with organic practices. Then the cotton fiber, please go to the next slide. Then the organic fiber is taken to spinners in the villages, and after its spinning, we do handloom weaving. So we understood that this entire value chain has a lot of potential because it talks about local economy, decentralized system, gram vyavastha, and women's power to do all this work. Because by this platform, by Trinjan, traditional wisdom would pass on from elder generation to the younger generation. So it is not just a livelihood activity, but it is very much a cultural and social activity. And that is why it is important. Because in the beginning, when we made these things, dari, khase, khaddar fabric, and we showed it to people, they said, हमें हमारी दादी की याद आ गई, हमें हमारी नानी की याद आ गई. So that is how that nostalgia is also there, that people could connect it to their roots. And then cotton is one of the crops that uses most of the pesticides. If cotton becomes organic, if cotton is poison free, a lot of the pesticide load will get reduced from the environment. So that is why doing cotton organically is important. And another thing is, nowadays a lot of man-made fibers have come in the market, and people get skin diseases, rashes, and many other things on their body. So if we are using 100% natural fiber, so it is good for everybody. Please go to the next slide. While doing this work, we have traveled all across Punjab and we found traditional artisans of processing the cotton, of operating handloom. Here in this picture, you can see that he is doing manual carding. This is called bow carding. So before machines, cotton was carded from this tool which is called tada in Punjabi, and this person would go house to house and people would give their cotton to him and get it processed, get it carded, and then they would make puni and spin it. So this entire system of local artisans, local production, local consumption, we have tried to understand, and whatever we could do for this revival, we have performed that work. Yeah, please next slide. So here comes our weaving school. Why this weaving school? So when we started this work in 2017, 2018, there were a lot of farmers who said that we can grow cotton provided we have an assured market. So we started from a small number of farmers, that is about 10 to 15 farmers. We procured their cotton and processed it and made the fabric. We took it to the market, showed to people. So there was a good response, but still there were many challenges. Now, over a period of time, we have seen that weavers are not continuing this work. Whoever weavers are there, they are in their old age. So their next generation is not coming to this work. And they would also leave this work after some time, maybe 2 years, 4 years, like that. So if weavers are not there, then this organic value chain will not be complete. Farmers growing cotton, they will have to give it to the normal market. But that's not the point, because cotton being a raw material, we want to use it for the entire rural economy because it can generate a lot of livelihoods and it can involve so many people in this work. And this is very powerful because it helps in understanding a person about himself or herself. For example, I do spinning every day. I try to spin every day, whatever time I get, maybe half an hour or 1 hour. So, spinning is not just a production of yarn from cotton, it is a meditation because spinning requires a balance of our hands, because in one hand we have a pony and with the other hand we are rotating the wheel. So if there is no balance in both the hands, the yarn wouldn't be spun. And at the same time, in our inner conscious we need a peace, because if our अगर हमारा मन शांत नहीं होगा तो वो स्पिनिंग एक्टिविटी परफॉर्म ही नहीं होगी. So all this work, be it carding, be it spinning, be it weaving, ये एक साधना की तरह है. This is not mere a production, it's a creation and it carries a lot of emotional value also. I feel Charkha has played an important role in this entire journey because whenever I would go for spinning, so it will give me a direction because we have a lot of questions in ourselves, a lot of confusions. So, how to solve it one by one? Charkha gives that direction because we are able to speak to ourselves. And when we speak ourselves, then those answers come which somebody else may not be able to give us. And not just answers, accordingly, I would say that it is with God's grace that we get that path also and that kind of resources also that we are able to do this. So, weaving school came like that only, that traditional weavers may not be able to continue this work, but we will have to train a new generation of weavers. So it started with 10 women. It was just a pilot project that let's see how it goes. And these all are first generation women weavers who did not know anything about weaving. They did not know how a fabric is being woven. Some of them did not even see the handloom. So we got these handlooms from our nearby cities like Kotkapura, Ludhiana. These were old handlooms. We got them installed, and there was one master weaver in village called Dode. She continued weaving. She didn't leave it. She was 10 years old. Since then, she is weaving, Shrimati Shinder Kaur. And she agreed that, okay, I will teach all these ladies. So we made a group, and all these women were taught about handloom weaving. And then from 10, we went to 30 ladies, and that is how this weaving school came into being. And now they are able to weave two shaft, four shaft, all that weaving. And importantly, these women say that when we come here in weaving school, so हम अपने जो सुख दुख हैं वो एक दूसरे के साथ शेयर कर पाते हैं. इनकम इज वन थिंग, बट दे आर एबल टू टॉक टू ईच अदर. और उसके साथ जो उनकी लाइफ में चेंज आया है, दैट इज रियली noteworthy. So that is how we are running this. So it is a training cum production center, and we had about 30 women. So all these women were trained in batches. We made batches like batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, and 6 to 8 women were there in one batch, and we gave them basic training like on two shaft, and then advanced training on designs, product development, four shaft weaving. So now, can you please go to the next slide? Now we are making some traditional cases also. Case is a traditional product of Punjab, so it is done on four shaft weaving. So like that, their advancement is also happening. And important thing is, like those women who were learning weaving, so their next generation, like their kids who are studying in school or colleges, they are 16 to 20 years old. So after their school and college time, they also come to weaving school, and they are learning along with their mothers. So like that, we are able to train two generations all together in weaving. And we keep organizing Trinjan festivals. So Trinjan is in the month of Savan. Like now the Savan month is going on. So Trinjan is associated with Tej festival. So this entire month Trinjan is celebrated, and we keep organizing Trinjan festivals. Like I said earlier, that we went to different cities, different villages. Here in this picture, you can see in the left, he is Shri Ronki Ramji. He is from Jalandhar district. He is about 78 years old. He belongs to a traditional weaving family, and he knows everything, all the nuances of weaving. But he is a follower of Kabir ji also. He follows कबीर जी, और कबीर जी ने भी अपनी पूरी जिंदगी वीविंग का काम ही किया. एंड रौनकी राम जी वुड से कि हम जीवन में कोई भी काम कर लें, पर जो परमात्मा है, जो ईश्वर है, उनका नाम लेना बहुत जरूरी है. तो ही हैज अ ग्रेट डेडिकेशन टुवर्ड्स गॉड. एंड इफ somebody would ask him that how do you get to do all these designs and all that, so he will say that वो परमात्मा मुझे बताता है कि कैसे क्या करना है. तो he is really an inspiration. He has come to our place also. He taught to weavers that how to do all these weaving things. Yeah, please next slide. In this picture, you can see the cotton crop. So it is desi kapas. So we do two kinds of cotton, desi kapas and narma. Kapas is short staple cotton, which is indigenous to India, and long staple cotton, which has come from outside. But now both these cottons are being cultivated, and these are our two team members. In left there is Jaktar Singh Dhaliwal, and in right he is Gora Singh. So they coordinate with all the farmers, and we keep organizing meetings, workshops, pest literacy programs about the cotton crop, what practices to use, what kind of bio inputs to be used. So that entire team works with the farmers, and there is a separate team that works with artisans, with spinners, weavers, dyers. So that is how this entire work is being done. Yeah. These are some exhibitions that we had in different places. So we went to Chandigarh, Delhi, and different cities of Punjab, and people give good response. But still, we feel that a lot of awareness needs to be done on handmade, organic, and all these things, because all these processes take a lot of time, and training new people and then getting that perfection in the work is another big thing that we need to do. Yeah. So we keep doing different kinds of capacity building workshops. Um, Last month, our two weavers, Rekha Rani and Ramandeep Kaurji, they got selected by Textile Ministry for a seminar on the new scheme called Mahatma Gandhi Gram Swaraj Initiative. So from Punjab, only two weavers were selected, and they were from our group. And now in weaving school, we have another initiative called Jeevan Shala. So in Jeevan Shala, we have a regular 1 hour class where we talk about handloom and what skills or what kind of capacities we should have in life if we have to go out, and how to communicate. So it is like personality development, communication skills, all that. Most of these women's were housewives earlier, and some of them worked in Narega and other schemes, and they did not have any outside exposure. So first time they went to Delhi for this Mahatma Gandhi Gram Swaraj initiative, and they were really excited. So for them it is a big moment. And now when they met Prime Minister Modi ji, so they never believed that we can reach to that heights, and their family members did not believe that you would go to Modi. So for them, it is a great achievement in their life. Yeah, please, next slide. So these are some of the products like fabrics. So we process it by printing and dyeing. And these are some case shawls that we produce here. Yes. Trinjan is not just an economic empowerment activity. It is considered from health point of view also, and health also, not just physical health, but mental health and emotional health and spiritual health also. So by making fabric on handloom, they would be earning something, which is on one side. But apart from this economic thing, it is on their health also, because when somebody works on a handloom, so it is their both hands and both feet are working, and they are in physical synchronization, and at the same time they have to apply their mind also, because if some design is being made, some checks, some stripes are there, so they have to keep a check how many threads of red should be there, how many threads of white should be there. And if somebody gets connected to this work through their heart and through their spiritual consciousness, then this work is not just work, it becomes a lifelong association. तभी हम कहते हैं कि कारीगरी और नौकरी में फर्क है. So it is कारीगरी because it is their own work. It's not like they have to work under somebody and somebody has to tell them this, to do this, do that. They have their own design sense, their own color sense. So whatever potential capability they have inside them, it is an opportunity to express that through their weaving, through their colors, through their products. So that is how it is economic, cultural, social, health, all these activities are covered in this. And youth is also coming in this work, and Punjab is a state where people are really uprooted. I mean, they want to go to Canada and they don't want to come into farming. There is very less association with nature, with the land where we have grown up. So, in the state like Punjab, if this work is happening at the small scale and there is an opportunity to grow it further, it can do really wonders, and it can contribute in राष्ट्र सेवा और देश सेवा also. क्योंकि जब हाथ से कोई काम करता है तो बनाने वाले का भी और उसको यूज करने वाले का भी जो उसके साथ एसोसिएशन बनता है वो अलग होता है. So these are some print and electronic media coverage, and these are all our young weavers. So she is Shinder Kaurji in this weaving school poster. She is 60 years old and she is principal of our weaving school. She teaches everybody how to warp, how to draft, how to do denting. और वो धागे का जो काम होता है वो बहुत पेशेंस का काम होता है. मतलब उसको हम ऐसे जल्दबाजी में नहीं कर सकते हैं. तो उसके लिए एक एक धागा सुलझाना, अगर कोई धागा उलझ गया है या कुछ खराब हो गया है तो उसमें बहुत मेहनत लगती है. एंड इफ यू नो हाउ वीविंग इज डन, so there are two kinds of threads used in weaving. One is called warp जिसको ताना कहते हैं, and another is called weft जिसको बाना कहते हैं. तो ताना और बाना मिला के कपड़ा बनता है. And we say Trinjan is weaving the social fabric with compassionate warp and dedicated weft. So Trinjan is not just making a fabric, it is talking about social fabric with compassionate warp and dedicated weft. So करुणा का ताना और समर्पण का बाना. तो इस तरह से जो हमारे समाज की वैल्यूज हैं, हमारे भारत देश का जो संस्कृति है, वो इस काम के थ्रू कैसे आगे आ सकती है और लोगों तक जा सकती है. तो ये हमारा सारा इस काम के माध्यम से पर्पस है. नॉट जस्ट कपड़ा बनाना या कुछ ऑर्गेनिक कॉटन कल्टीवेट कराना, बट ऑर्गेनिक कॉटन इसलिए क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा पेस्टिसाइड्स, बहुत ज़्यादा केमिकल यूज हो रहे हैं. कपड़े की हमें सबको ज़रूरत होती है, हर टाइम पे ज़रूरत होती है. एंड रूरल आर्टिजन्स, मेनली विमेन, तो उनके थ्रू ये काम कराया जाए. यस, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. So Shri Harsimrat Kaur Badal also recognized our work, and time to time many other prominent people came here and appreciated this work. Yeah. So cotton belt में हथकरघे को नया जीवन देने में जुटे सैकड़ों हाथ. So this is important because now this cotton belt is being converted into cancer belt. क्योंकि जब बीटी कॉटन आया, बीटी कॉटन ने शुरू में तो बहुत प्रोडक्शन दिया, अच्छे से उसकी यील्ड आई, बट आफ्टर सम टाइम बीटी कॉटन फेल्ड. एंड व्हेन इट फेल्ड, सो फार्मर्स ने बहुत ज़्यादा उसके ऊपर पेस्टिसाइड यूज किया, जिसके कारण दे वेंट इनटू डेट. और डेट के कारण इट लेड टू फार्मर्स सुसाइड्स ऑल्सो. और उसी एरिया में जहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा पेस्टिसाइड यूज हुआ, इट बिकेम अ कैंसर बेल्ट ऑल्सो. थ्रू त्रिंजन इट कैन बी एन अटेम्प्ट टू रिवर्स दिस कैंसर बेल्ट टू कॉटन बेल्ट, एंड विद रूरल आर्टिजन्स, विद हैंडलूम. यस, प्लीज नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. So this is by somebody who came here and covered a story. So this is, she made a sketch on me, and while I'm spinning on box charkha. So she has written Rupsi आजादी शांति और देश की तरक्की बुनते हुए. And this was in January this year, January 26, that I got an opportunity to meet Rashtrapati ji while her Amritsar visit. She came here for a convocation ceremony, and she invited three women from Punjab who are doing this kind of work, and I was one of them. So I'm really thankful to her that she has given me this opportunity. Yes. And time to time, our other weavers have also got some awards, like a young weaver, Rajni Kaur, from a nearby village. Last year, she had got Kamala Devi Puruskar from Delhi Craft Council. So now people are recognizing this work, and this small area of Jetto Mandi is becoming to be known by cotton and handloom weaving. And these are some of our videos, documentaries covered by different people and channel time to time. If you see this picture here in Trinjan, so this is our logo. It is a charkha, and in the right side you see a hand. It's a woman's hand, and she is holding the cotton ball, because it's mainly women who do cotton picking. A lot of the work in this cotton value chain is done by women. I think farmers do the cotton production. After that, all the work, spinning, cleaning, dyeing, weaving, all that is done by women. So women play a very crucial role in this entire work. And here you see a charkha, and inside charkha in these different colors, they are women. So it highlights the importance of women. And this is Trinjan, and above it is written in Punjabi. So this logo is woven in dari, like we make handmade dari. This is not a printed poster. This is woven in actual dari. Dari is like a rug, a carpet. So if you see, like, these are some threads in this picture, and this is actually woven there. Yeah. Thank you so much for giving me this time and opportunity. Dhanyavad.
कितने सुंदर शब्दों में इसको पिरोया है आपने. अगर मन शांत नहीं होगा तो स्पिनिंग नहीं होगी. वाह, अद्भुत. करुणा का ताना, समर्पण का बाना, ये भी अपने में एक बहुत अद्भुत शब्दों का प्रयोग किया. इसके अलावा जब आप जिस तरह से इस बात को रख रही थी, मुझे कबीर के साहित्य का एकदम से स्मरण हुआ, और कुमार गंधर्व जी ने कई कबीर के भजन गाए हैं. कुछ कुछ तो बहुत ही पसंद है मुझे. एक शब्द है उसमें, झीनी झीनी बीनी चदरिया, काहे का ताना काहे की बिरिया की भरनी, कौन तार से बिनी चदरिया. ये जीवन के जो आध्यात्मिक अनुभव हैं, कहीं ना कहीं पर सूत के साथ और कातने के साथ निश्चित रूप से जुड़े हुए हैं. और जिस तरह की परिस्थितियों में आप काम कर रही हैं, उसको देख के तो मुझे लगता है कि ये निश्चित रूप से केवल कपास को वस्त्र में बदलने की प्रक्रिया ही नहीं है, बल्कि निश्चित रूप से मन को शांत करके एक आध्यात्मिक अनुभव देने की प्रक्रिया भी है. बहुत बहुत साधुवाद आपको, और बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे. आप प्रश्न की रिस्पेक्टेड सम्मानीय श्री प्रोफेसर संजय बनर्जी जी का प्रश्न पहले लें. उनका मैंने हाथ खड़ा देखा था, और बाकी लोग भी अपने प्रश्न तैयार रखें. प्रोफेसर बनर्जी सर, प्लीज.
I am Madan over here. Thanks, Didi, for the nice presentation which you have made, and it is very exciting, and you have taken a path of a different thing. Coming to the question, Basically, we see that you have been relating with the rural people in doing the spinning work and seeing that. Can you share us in terms, though it may not be an economic, can you tell us about more about the impact part of it, which was before and after this particular initiative being taken in a very right perspective? Could you elaborate on that, ma'am?
Okay. So impact is in many terms. Like we started it from farming and then we took it to the artisans. So there are many people involved in this, and initially people were not ready to do this work because they said कि अभी तो हमने चरखा चलाना छोड़ दिया है, अब हम दोबारा नहीं करेंगे. और उनके पास जो रिक्वायर्ड टूल्स होते हैं इस काम को करने के लिए, बिकॉज चरखा इज अ स्मॉल थिंग बट इन हैंडलूम वी रिक्वायर मेनी थिंग्स. हैंडलूम के बहुत सारे पार्ट्स होते हैं और सब चाहिए होते हैं. तो उन्होंने कहा कि अभी तो हमारे पास वो सब भी नहीं है क्योंकि हमने हटा दिया है, हमने बेच दिया है या कहीं और हमने डिस्ट्रॉय कर दिया है. तो वी सेड ओके वी विल गेट यू ऑल दीज थिंग्स, यू प्लीज गेट इट स्टार्टेड. So they started. We started with 2 women, 3 women. So after seeing them, more women came in. And they said, okay, हम मेन लूम पे तो काम नहीं कर सकते हैं because it is very hard work. आप हमें कोई उसका एसोसिएटेड काम दे दो, जैसे साइजिंग है, बॉबिन बनाना है. तो people got involved like that. So these were mainly women. और फिर उनके घर में जो उनकी डॉटर्स थी या ग्रैंड डॉटर्स थी, तो वो सब भी इस काम में आने लगे. उनकी डॉटर इन लॉज भी आई इस काम में. एंड इस तरह से ये पूरा एक कलेक्टिव बना. सो इट इज नॉट जस्ट एन इंडिविजुअल्स वर्क, इट इज द एंटायर फैमिली एंड द कम्युनिटी दैट गॉट इन्वॉल्व. एंड in terms of impact, they got a recognition. They got national recognition, local recognition, because a lot of filmmakers, a lot of newspaper wale log came to their houses and they did their interview. So उससे क्या हुआ, उनको इस काम की जो इम्पोर्टेंस है वो समझ में आने लगी. और फिर जब उनको 4 पैसे भी बनने लगे, तो यहाँ हमारे पंजाबी में कहते हैं कि अगर महिला के पास खुद के 4 पैसे हों तो उसको आदमी से नहीं मांगने पड़ते और वो अपने पैसों को फिर कैसे भी यूज कर सकती है घर के लिए या बच्चों के लिए. तो वो भी एक इम्पैक्ट था. और दूसरा, जैसे मैंने अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन में भी मेंशन किया कि जब वो इकट्ठी होती थी, वो चाहे अपने गांव में इकट्ठी होती थी या अपने यहाँ वीविंग स्कूल में अभी इकट्ठे होती हैं, तो दे आर एबल टू टॉक टू ईच अदर. और जो भी कुछ लाइफ की छोटी छोटी प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं जिसके कारण मतलब लोगों को दिक्कत आती है, तो जब वो एक दूसरे से बात करती हैं तो उनका मन थोड़ा हल्का होता है. और अभी जैसे प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी से मिलने का मौका मिला, और जब वो ये टेक्सटाइल मिनिस्ट्री का जो प्रोग्राम था उसमें गए, तो उससे भी वो नेशनल उनको रिकॉग्निशन मिला और उनके घर वालों को भी हुआ कि हाँ ये काम ठीक है. इन द बिगनिंग इट वाज नॉट लाइक दैट. दे वर वेरी एप्रीहेंसिव कि क्या होगा, हम इतनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, क्या हमें ठीक ठाक पैसे मिलेंगे, वो सब क्वेश्चंस थे. बट अभी उनको पैसा भी मिल रहा है एंड देयर आर सम ऑर्डर्स आल्सो दैट दे आर गेटिंग, और उससे इस काम को आगे बढ़ाने में भी मदद मिलेगी. एंड नाउ दे आर बीइंग रिकॉग्नाइज्ड एज अ बुनकर. मतलब वो एक सिंपल गृहिणी या एक जस्ट महिला नहीं है. दे आर अ वीवर नाउ. दे हैव देयर वीवर कार्ड्स बाय टेक्सटाइल मिनिस्ट्री. So they have got this identification and recognition. So I think this is the impact. And after seeing them, there are many more women who say that हमें भी ये हैंडलूम की ट्रेनिंग लेनी है. बट वो रिसोर्सेज, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, वो सब फिर उस तरह से बनाना पड़ेगा. I hope I am able to answer your question in terms of.
In fact, you have answered the question. Actually, since the work is so good, and how do you keep people attracted to this pursuit? That was one in terms of scale and sustainability. These are the 2 key things which I was looking forward from your response.
Okay. So देखिए, हमने ये काम ऐसा कुछ सोच के नहीं किया था कि this will turn like that. तो ये जस्ट स्टार्ट हुआ था कि ओके फार्मर्स कॉटन ग्रो कर रहे हैं एंड वी डोंट वांट टू सेल इट इन द नॉर्मल मार्केट वेयर इट विल गेट मिक्स्ड विद द केमिकल कॉटन, सो वी वांट टू कीप इट सेपरेट और वी वांट टू प्रोसेस इट अलग से. तो उस तरह से स्टार्ट हुआ एंड वी डिड नॉट हैव एनी स्ट्रक्चर्ड प्रोजेक्ट और एनी फंडिंग फॉर इट. तो जस्ट इवॉल्व हुआ है ये काम, ऐसा कुछ प्री प्लानिंग नहीं थी. तो वो हम काम करते रहे और उसमें से जो जो चीजें निकली तो हमने उसको आगे लेकर हम गए. तो स्केल अभी भी हमारा कोई बहुत बड़ा नहीं है बिकॉज मार्केटिंग इज अ चैलेंज. लाइक संजय जी ने बोला था कि मार्केटिंग इसको अच्छे से करना होगा, ही इज वेरी राइट. तो मार्केटिंग में अभी हम थोड़ा सा आई थिंक कमजोर हैं, या उस तरह के अभी हमारे कनेक्ट नहीं है, या फिर हमें ये भी नहीं पता शायद कि अपना प्रोडक्ट को, अपने काम को कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है. प्रेजेंटेबिलिटी इज एंड ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग. तो ये सब चीजें हैं. अभी तक 6-7 साल में हमने प्रोडक्शन, प्रोसेसिंग और जो इस काम की फाउंडेशन है उसको हमने अभी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग कर लिया. बिकॉज नाउ वी हैव फार्मर्स हु कैन प्रोड्यूस कॉटन, वी हैव वीवर्स हु कैन प्रोसेस इट इनटू फैब्रिक, और अभी हम कैपेसिटी रखते हैं कि और लोगों को भी ट्रेन कर सकते हैं. So as and when we will get a chance to replicate it, to scale it up, we can do it. पर अभी जितनी हमारी मार्केटिंग की कैपेसिटी हम उतना ही कर पाते हैं.
Yeah, thank you, Didi. Tula is one initiative who have been doing on a similar count, probably also
Yes,
knowing them.
I know Anantu ji, he has been here, and yeah, we have done many things together.
Thank you.
Please.
Yeah, no, this is Balachandran. So in Mysore, we started, a few of us started learning the charaka and then took it more like a part-time passion as a hobby. And so we have a small community who spins the charaka and then gives it to a nearby weaving community, gets the fabric made and all that. So uh, coming to the marketing aspect of it, so I have been a friend of Anantuji and I have seen Tula evolving. So even today, after so many years, with so much of marketing happening, Tula is talking about the marketing problems. So I think the fundamental message I feel or that I have taken to myself is it is not about mass production, because J.C. Kumarappa, who is a Gandhian economist, talks about you cannot produce for the masses. It is about production for the need. So if as a community we start looking at our needs, grow what we need, and then do the value addition. So perhaps we need to kind of start evolving as a group. So India as a whole is actually an umbrella which connects many different cultures, many different regions, many different people. But within that, how do we organize ourselves as a community to relate to each other? So recently there is a person in, I think Madhya Pradesh, who was talking about how to connect the rural economy. So as a rural Hobli, a region, you talk about the production in the region and then see how value addition can be made out of the produce made in that region and how to make people buy that. So you start what you call, so it is a different kind of an economic model. And we are, I think, in the very early stages, but I think that is going to be the future in the coming days, I believe.
Yes, certainly.
प्रकाश जी, एक छोटा सा प्रश्न मेरे तरफ से.
Yeah, please.
रूपसी जी, आप कलर्स कौन से यूज करते हैं, सिंथेटिक कलर और यू आर यूजिंग नेचुरल डाइज फॉर योर फैब्रिक?
So we do both natural dyes and azo-free dyes. We don't have our own dye setup. We send the yarn and fabric to Bagru near Jaipur. So they do natural dyeing, and some of the dyes are done locally. So these are azo-free dyes.
Is there any agency in Punjab who are producing natural dyes? Otherwise, in Tamil Nadu, the Gandhigram Trust, they are having a natural dye. That's why I asked you.
No, in Punjab, there is nobody actually who works on natural dyes. So we have to send it outside only.
Because once you start using natural dyes, then foreigners particularly, they have a lot of fancy for natural fabric as well as natural dyes also. Then you will get a good amount for your product. That is what I felt it.
Yes, we will certainly do that. So it will take some time. Right now, for last 2-3 years, we have focused on handloom. That once we work on this, and then dyeing, printing, stitching, all this work needs to be done further.
Yeah, if necessary, you can contact our Gandhigram Trust for natural dyes if you feel like.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Rupsi.
Thank you, sir. If there are any more questions, it will be very useful platform to listen Miss Garg, who has hand-on experience in with the farmers for this cotton cultivation, weaving, and thereafter developing sustainable model for it. So, just any more? No. I have a small observation. Perhaps I shall speak my mind. Ms. Garg, one small query, that if a farmer has 1 acre of land,
Ji.
he is not cultivating through chemical organic fertilizer and other entirely on the model which you are propagating, then what will be in financial terms, what could be the yield completely? Because this question, perhaps I realized that respected Madanji was also trying to ask that sustainability means that the financial or economic sustainability part is whether there is some exercise where some numbers have been crunched. कि I put it simply that 1 एकड़ जमीन में अगर आप इस मॉडल से कपास को पैदा करते हैं तो उसमें और उसी से अपने ही परिवार में मिल करके उसकी कपास से पूनी तैयार करके वस्त्र तैयार करते हैं, कितना पैसा एक परिवार को मिल सकता है, और इसके बजाय उस एकड़ में वो केमिकल कॉटन से करे और मार्केट में बेचे तो उसको कितना लाभ होगा? तो इन दोनों में कोई इस तरह का कंपैरिजन कहीं पर करा हुआ है या ये हो ही नहीं सकता? थोड़ा मैं आपको सुनना चाहता हूँ इसमें।
जी, ये एक अच्छा और बहुत कॉमन मतलब प्रश्न है जो हर किसी के मन में आता है। तो पर्सनली तो अगर मैं कहूँ तो मुझे लगता है कि ये कंपैरिजन शायद नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये जस्ट एक इकोनॉमिक कंपैरिजन नहीं है. दिस इज द एंटायर लाइफस्टाइल शिफ्ट, मतलब एंटायर साइकोलॉजिकल शिफ्ट. It is not just about money. I understand money is also important to run the life, to manage different things. But here, people come to serve Mother Earth. मतलब हमने 6 years ago we did a project on crop residue management. आपको पता होगा कि पंजाब में जब पैडी ग्रो होती है तो उसके बाद जो उसका क्रॉप रेजिड्यू होता है, जो स्ट्रॉ होती है, फार्मर्स बर्न इट, एंड व्हेन दे बर्न इट द एंटायर अर्थ इज लाइक पूरा जलती है. उसके अंदर जो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं या आसपास जो फ्लोरा फोना होता है, इट ऑल गेट्स डिस्ट्रॉयड. तो जिनके मन में ये आ जाता है कि हमें ये काम करना ही नहीं है, तो फिर उनको अगर 4 पैसे का नुकसान भी होता है इनिशियली, तो दे विल बियर दैट. बट आई ऑल्सो अंडरस्टैंड दैट एवरीबडी डजंट हैव दैट करेज टू बियर दैट इकोनॉमिक लॉस. टू आंसर दैट, we are using desi seeds, so farmers don't have to buy it from the market every time. They have their own seed bank, so their seed expenses is saved. Secondly, they don't have to buy synthetic inputs like in terms of chemical fertilizers and chemical pesticides. They are using bio inputs, although it is very time taking and very hard working work, but they do all these things. And in terms of production, so now we have seen that what BT cotton is giving the production and what desi cotton is producing, it is almost same. Like 6 to 7 quintals we are able to get in desi cotton, and BT cotton is also giving 7 to 8 quintals. And they get to know about this complete value chain, where their cotton is going, how is it being processed, what is being made out of it. So they are not just producers in this entire process. Farmers are not just producers, but they become a partner also. I also understand that all of the farmers will not be able to become partners. Some of them will remain as a producer only, which is also fine. But some farmers really get interested that we are willing to learn these entire steps, because उससे पहले तो किसी को पता ही नहीं था कि कपड़ा भी कैसे बनता है. गांव में से सब काम खत्म हो गया था, और जो भी हम मार्केट से लेते हैं वो कहाँ से आ रहा है, किसने बनाया है, कहाँ पे बनाया है, उसका कुछ नहीं था. तो ये जो कपड़े का ताना बाना है, कपड़ा कैसे बुना जाता है, तो वो सब भी उनको पता चल रहा है. तो मुझे लगता है कि पैसे का भी एक है, पर वो अगर हमारी पॉलिसीज ठीक हो जाए नेशनल लेवल पे, स्टेट लेवल पे, और गवर्नमेंट या जिनके पास भी पैसा है वो इस तरह के इनिशिएटिव्स को सपोर्ट करें तो इकोनॉमिकली ये महंगा नहीं रहेगा, और इसके बहुत सारे दूसरे एडवांटेजेस भी होंगे जो हमें लॉन्ग टर्म में हेल्प करेंगे, हमारी सिविलाइजेशन को, हमारे एनवायरनमेंट को, और इससे व्यक्ति निर्माण का काम भी होता है. ये जो सारा काम है, इससे एक व्यक्ति के अंदर क्या है वो सब भी उसके बाहर आना शुरू होता है. तो वो जो लाइफ का एक मतलब बस चल रहा है कि हम जी रहे हैं, पर ये जी क्यों रहे हैं हम, तो उससे हमें वो सब चीजें समझने को मिलती हैं. जैसे अभी मैं ना 2 साल पहले हैदराबाद में एक प्रोग्राम में गई थी, तो वहां पे उन्होंने कहा कि भोजन क्यों उगाना है. तो कहते कि भोजन खाने के लिए चाहिए. भोजन क्यों खाना है, कहते पेट भरना है, एनर्जी चाहिए. तो कहते हैं एनर्जी क्यों चाहिए, कहते कि भगवान का नाम लेना है. जैसे ये हमारे रौनकी राम जी कहते हैं जलंधर वाले, तो कहते भगवान का नाम क्यों लेना है, तो कहते कि मुक्ति लेने के लिए, अच्छे काम करने के लिए. तो मतलब इस तरह की जो चीजें हैं वो फिर हमें इस रास्ते में मिलती हैं. और बाकी चैलेंजेस रहते हैं, इकोनॉमिक चैलेंजेस रहते हैं, मार्केट का चैलेंज है, पर हमें उम्मीद रहती है कि इस चैलेंज को भी हम कहीं ना कहीं ओवरकम कर पाएंगे. जी
बहन, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, और बहुत अच्छे तरह से आपने इस सारी चीज़ को व्याख्या करी, और बहुत कुछ चीज़ें आज के आपकी बातचीत से लेने लायक हैं, जिसमें मन की शांति कोई भी काम करने के लिए बहुत आवश्यक होती है. इट इज स्पिनिंग, यू गिव एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दैट. और दूसरा शब्द जिसे मैं बहुत ही अच्छे ढंग से महसूस कर रहा हूँ, इस द करुणा का ताना और समर्पण का बाना जीवन में परहैप्स सी लेवल चेंज, कंप्लीट चेंज इट विल ब्रिंग एवरी पर्सन्स लाइफ. ये दो चीज़ें, समर्पण और करुणा को जिस तरह से स्पिनिंग के साथ जोड़ा है, ये अपने में एक अद्भुत बातें आपने कही हैं. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद इतने अच्छे प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए. मैं श्री वासुदेव जी से अनुरोध करूंगा कि वो सम अप करना चाहें, कुछ बोलना चाहें.
लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.